From the importunate request of a few individuals, I assumed the difficult task of writing a concise history of my life. I was born in Northampton County, North Carolina, near the line of Virginia, and within 4 miles of the Roanoke River, the property of William Horton, Sr., who also owned my mother and the whole stock of her children, which were 5 before me, all girls, but not of one father. I am the oldest child that my mother had by her second husband, and she had 4 younger than myself, 1 boy and 3 girls. But to account for my age is beyond the reach of my power. I was early fond of music, with an extraordinary appetite for singing lively times, for which I was a little remarkable. I became very fond of reading parts of the New Testament, such as I could pick up, as they lay about at random, but I soon became more fond of reading verses, Wesley's old hymns, and other pieces of poetry from various authors. I became fond of it to that degree that whenever I chanced to light on a piece of paper, so common as to be lying about, I would pick it up, in order to examine whether it was written in that curious style or not. If it was not, unless some remarkable prose, I threw it aside, and if it was, I as carefully preserved it as I would a piece of money. At length, I began to wonder whether it was possible that I could ever be so fortunate as to compose in that manner. I fell to work in my head, and composed several undigested pieces, which I retained in my mind, for I knew nothing about writing with a pen, also without the least grammatical knowledge, a few lines of which I yet retain. I'll give you the following specimen. On one very calm Sabbath morning, a while before the time of preaching, I undertook to compose a divine hymn, being under some serious impression of mind at the time. First poem. Rise up, my soul, and let us go up to the gospel feast. Gird on the garment white as snow, to join and be a guest. Dost thou not hear the trumpet call for thee, my soul, for thee? Not only thee, my soul, but all may rise and enter free. The other part I cannot now recollect, but in the course of some 8 or 10 months, under similar pensive impressions, I composed the following. Second poem, excited from reading the obedience of nature to her lord in the vessel on the sea. Master, we perish if thou sleep, we know not whence to fly. The thunder seems to rock the deep, death frowns from all the sky. He rose, he ran, and looking out, he said, Ye seas, be still! What art thou, cruel storm, about? All silenced at his will. Dost thou not know that thou art mine, and all thy liquid stores? Who ordered first the sun to shine and gild thy swelling shores? My smile is but the death of harm while riding on the wind. My power restrains the thunder's arm, which dies in chains confined. After having read the travel of Israel from Egypt to the Red Sea, where they triumphantly arrive on the opposite bank, I was excited to compose the following few lines. Third poem. Sing, O ye ransomed, shout and yell what God has done for ye. The horses and their riders fell and perished in the sea. Look back, the vain Egyptian dies. Whilst plunging from the shore, he groans, he sinks, but not to rise. King Pharaoh is no more. Many other pieces did I compose, which have long since slipped my recollection, and some, perhaps, better than those before you.